Beginning. The warning no one believed. The galaxy remembered humans as the newcomers, loud, impulsive, endlessly creative, and annoyingly good at surviving things that should have killed them. They expanded not through conquest, but through stubbornness, ingenuity, and a knack for turning disaster into opportunity. Most species tolerated them. Some even liked them. The Virak Dominion, however, hated them. To the Virak, humans were a statistical anomaly, physically weak, technologically inconsistent, strategically erratic, and yet somehow they kept winning regional disputes, outperforming in exploration, and embarrassing Virak admirals with what they called dumb luck. Humans simply called it thinking outside the box. So when the Virak Dominion seized 3 human trade colonies and demanded Earth's unconditional surrender, humanity responded not with rage, but with a message broadcast across every star map and diplomatic channel. If you continue this war, you'll see what humanity looks like when we stop holding back. Galactic commentators laughed. Political leaders mocked. Virak warlords posted reaction videos calling humans melodramatic. Even Earth's allies whispered, "Humans don't have a holding back mode. This is just bluff." And then, without ceremony, the Dominion invaded New Carthage, a human megacity of 12 million. The attack was brutal. The message was clear. The Virak were calling Earth's bluff. Within 48 hours, the United Terran Protectorate convened the Sole Defense Council. The vote was unanimous. Earth removed the final safeguard protocols from its classified defense programs. Every galactic power heard the following declaration: "This is Earth. The warnings are over." And the galaxy felt a chill. Humanity unleashed. The Dominion fleet massed at the border of the solar expanse, confident in their number. 3,200 warships, each bristling with thermal lances and graviton missiles. The human response was quiet. Too quiet. Admiral Serix of the Dominion watched from his flagship as the Terran line formed. Barely 120 ships. Pitiful, he chittered to his command staff. Their courage is admirable, if foolish. But then something strange happened. The human ships didn't engage. They split apart like fleeing prey. They scattered, diving between asteroids, plunging into nebulae, weaving through solar radiation streams, actions no rational military would perform. The Dominion laughed. Until the ambush began. Operation Mirage. The 120 retreating human ships suddenly began broadcasting 600 different energy signatures. Sensors detected phantom fleets, false flagships, and entire battle groups appearing from nowhere. The Dominion fleet's targeting computers overloaded. Ships began firing at illusions, destroying nothing but empty space. Humanity's secret weapon had finally been revealed. The Mirage engine, a predictive holographic warfield manipulator capable of generating false fleets with realistic heat, mass displacement, and radiation trails. For decades, humanity refused to deploy it, fearing its destabilizing potential. Now, that restraint was gone. Dominion ships missed every shot. Human ships hit every target. Within the first hour, 300 Virak vessels were reduced to flaming metal skeletons drifting through the void. Admiral Serix roared, "How is this possible? Humans are primitive." His sensors officer answered, "Sir, these illusions anticipate our maneuvers. They're adapting to our counterscans in real time." Real time? Who's calculating those projections? Humans, sir. The Admiral froze. He had underestimated the one thing humans excelled at above all others: learning while fighting. The release of the Titans. When the Dominion's second wave arrived, humanity escalated again. From the shadows of Jupiter's magnetosphere emerged the Titan Walkers, massive humanoid war machines the size of small skyscrapers. They were powered not by fusion, not by antimatter, but by chained microsingularities stabilized via quantum pressure fields. They had never been used in war before. Earth called them too destructive, too devastating, too inhumane. But now the Titans marched. Each step created shockwaves that shattered Virak hulls. Their particle hammers vaporized cruisers in single strikes. Their gravitational whips bent metal like cloth. And each Titan was piloted by a volunteer, humans who stepped forward when Earth decided to stop playing the galaxy's polite newcomer. One pilot, Commander Helena Voss, transmitted to the enemy fleet. "You said humans had no claws. You were wrong." A single swipe of her Titan's arm tore a battleship in half. The fall of New Carthage and humanity's fury. Meanwhile, on New Carthage, Dominion soldiers searched the ruins for survivors, expecting to find broken humans begging for mercy. Instead, they found civilians armed with scavenged Dominion rifles, engineering students rebuilding drones from rubble, medics refusing evacuation so they could treat more people, and most terrifyingly, the Human Survival Corps, a volunteer militia infamous for their motto, "We don't die easy." When the Corps seized the Virak Forward Command Center, the Dominion commander asked, "Why resist? Why fight when the galaxy said humans are weak?" The captain of the Corps, bloodied but unbroken, answered, "Because you forget this. We're from Earth. Hard times made us before we ever stepped into the stars." New Carthage held for 6 days. On the 7th day, Earth's fleet arrived. The Virak occupying forces were erased in 13 minutes. The galaxy began to realize humanity wasn't holding back militarily. They were holding back emotionally. And now their compassion had been replaced with something far colder. Middle, Part 2, the counterstrike. Humanity's alliances activated instantly. The Draylan Theocracy, the Trinari Assembly, the Jovian clans, species once wary of humans, now threw their fleets behind Earth. Not out of loyalty, not out of fear, but out of the realization. Whatever was coming next, they did not want to be on the opposite side of a fully unleashed humanity. The Dominion expected retaliation. They did not expect the Shroud Protocol. The Shroud Protocol. For decades, Earth hid its fastest vessels, warp-skipping courier ships capable of riding the curvature of gravitational waves. They were meant for exploration. Now they were used for war. Hundreds of these vessels jumped directly into the Dominion's heart systems before alarms could sound. Within hours, communications relays were dismantled. Supply lines vanished. Shipyards went dark. Command centers lost contact with their fleets. The Dominion was blinded. And then Earth broadcast a single message. This is what it looks like when humans stop trying to be gentle. The Siege of Virak Prime. The Dominion's capital planet was a fortress, 3 orbital rings, 12 planetary shields, thousands of defense cannons. No fleet had ever breached it. Humanity didn't try. They walked past it. They blockaded every star, mining hyperspace lanes with energy sink warheads that swallowed warp drives whole. The Dominion Navy starved in its own territory. Their admirals begged the High Council for guidance. The Council responded with denial. Humans cannot defeat our empire. They are playing tricks. But no trick could disguise the truth. Humanity had outthought, outlearned, and outadapted them. Dominion citizens began to riot. Military officers mutinied. Entire sectors seceded. The war was over long before the Council accepted it.